Hi guys, this is Ratchet Throw, and we are playing Criminal Case, Elite Mode, Case 24, Hanging by a Thread. Let's unlock Chapter 3 and please load. And here I am, I was thinking like, should I record, should I not, because the thread is good. Alright. We have a very serious situation here. The Pupeteer has claimed another victim for the first time in 10 years. And now we've just received a threatening message from none other than the Pupeteer. I'm toying with you. Oh, that's how you want to play. The Pupeteer is playing with us, and we can't let them win. Serial killers are Russell's expertise, which is why I'm reassigning the case to Katarina and Russell. Whoa, wait a second. This is my investigation. You can't take me off it. Sorry, Frank, but this case requires some real brains. Besides, I'm sure Katarina is tired of seeing your same Hawaiian shirt all the time. I didn't say that. Why, you little? Frank, Russell, now is the time to act like this. It doesn't matter who gets to go with Katarina. What's important is catching this serial killer. Ugh, fine. I guess I can finally go spend some quality time with my tutor like I wanted to. Good luck with Mr. Pedantic, Katarina. Come on, Katarina. Are you ready to journey into the serial killer's mind? This is going to be a case to remember. So you want to start by going back to the scene of the murder, Katarina? Great idea. Let's retrace the killer's steps. Okay. Oh, please load. I guess it was a bad idea to start a video with a slow internet. Let's do this. Not bad. From the police. Frank, did you leave that behind? Or was it somebody else? Don't show reload button again. Come on, okay. Fascinating find, Katarina. These pills were prescribed to our victim. I agree. You need to decode the doctor ID number. You want to search through those carnival props? I'm eager to learn how you work, so I'll stand back and watch the expert. And you're right, this dope has a Pacific Bay Police Department logo on it. If one of our team members came to the crime scene without us knowing, we need to find out who it was. Think you can recover the faded text on it, Katarina? I have a feeling this is Jan's notepad. Alright, don't mess me up. Internet. Let's search the box. Oh, what's this? Dinah, you cannot stop me from seeing my grandson forever. Oh, we know who it is. The Pupeteer guy who's a real puppeteer and not a serial killer. Maybe. Oh, come on. Okay. Amazing, Katarina. I don't know how you knew to look through those cardboard props, but you just found a telling card. It's addressed to the victim and it reads, Dinah, you cannot stop me from seeing my grandson forever. You're right. We know the victim's father wanted to see his grandson, but Dinah would never let him. But with Dinah dead, there's nobody to stop him from seeing Louis. Quite a motive, don't you think, Katerina? I agree. Let's go question him. Yeah. Let's identify the doctor ID number. Well, not exactly a number. Well, we can't do anything with it, so we gotta send it to analysis. Nice going decoding that number so fast, Katrina. Let's send this over to Hannah so she can tell us all about our victims' pills. Okay. Right, now the notepad. This looks like a drawing. Next murder carnival. Whoa! Alright, you recover what was written on that police notepad, and... Fascinating. Next murder carnival. We need to figure out to which member of our team this notepad belongs to. I agree, Katrina. There's only one member of our team who's obsessed with the Pupeteer, and that's Jan. And it looks like he predicted the murder. He guessed the Pupeteer was going to kill during the carnival. That, or... Unless this wasn't a prediction, but a decision. Think about it. This notepad proves he was on the crime scene, and he knew when the murder would happen. Yeah, very suspicious. Good point, Katrina. We shouldn't jump to any hasty conclusions. But this isn't looking good for Jan. Let's go talk to him. Just remember to keep all personal feelings out of this. I can do that. Alright, let's go to Creepy Blake, if I can call him like that. Mr. Cooper, Commissioner Katia just found a threatening card you wrote to your daughter, in which you warned her she couldn't keep you away from Louis forever. Oh, the background isn't loading again. Oh, there we go. I was angry when I wrote that message. It's understandable. I wasn't allowed to see my own grandson. I couldn't even take him out to eat candy apples. Instead, she always let that creep Freddy take Louis out for them instead. Commissioner Katrina is right. Now that Dinah's dead, there's nobody to stop you from seeing Louis. Is there? That must be quite convenient. Are you implying I may have killed my girl to get Louis back? Why, you little... I would never have done that. I was a bad father and I regret it. I wanted to fix that by being a great-grandfather. It was a second chance. But I never have killed my daughter to achieve that. Just imagine, Louis is now motherless. Who would be so cruel as to do that to a child? Ooh, it could be Freddy. As a bad parent, Blake must have felt like he wasn't needed by Dinah. It's psychologically traumatizing when your own child wishes you were dead. So maybe he went about killing other parents to make children realize what it's truly like to be all alone in this world. Emotionally, it would have made Blake feel more needed. And you're right, as a puppeteer, Blake already has all the know-how and the mechanical skills to pull the murders off. But I agree, let's gather up all the evidence before pointing fingers. Okay. Alright, Jan, what do you have to say about this notepad? Oh, please load. Not again. Okay. Every year during the carnival, I take my kids out for candy apples. I understand why I'm here. I just hate that my kids have to suffer because of it as well. Nobody's liking this, Jan. It's tough for Katarina too. Well, you found your police notepad at the crime scene and, well, Next murder, carnival. Was that a note to self? What? You still seriously think I'm the puppeteer? We're just looking at the facts. You're obsessed with the puppeteer, you predicted the time of death, and Katarina found one of the victims' shoes in your house. Look, I predicted the time of death because my parents were killed by the puppeteer during the carnival. Digging deeper, I discovered that's when all the victims were killed. So why didn't you tell Katarina before the murder? You could have prevented this. You realize your silence is highly suspicious. Don't you think I know that? When I heard of the murder, I felt horrible for having guessed correctly. It's all my fault, and I'll have to live with these regrets for the rest of my life. Oh man. Katarina, I know Jan was convincing, and maybe he really means it, but it could also just be an act. Serial killers use fake empathy to mislead us, so don't be fooled. Jan could still be our killer. I see you are seeing this as objectively and not no emotional attachment. Which doctor prescribed these pills? Oh crap, not again. Oh, please load. God damn it. Alright. Hey Russell, fancy seeing you here. You partnered up with Katarina? I'm jealous. I just couldn't pass off the chance of investigating a serial killer with Katarina. Well, of course, that's your field. Let's just hope that the serial killer isn't Jan. Now, about the victim's pill bottle you sent me, I was able to identify the name of her doctor. It's Madeline DeVille, her therapist. Oh. So Madeline was Dinah's therapist? And you're saying she failed to mention that the first time you questioned her, Katarina. Interesting. Yeah, she didn't mention that to us at all. Yeah, you're right, Katarina. As Dinah's therapist, Madeline had access to the victim's deepest and darkest secrets. Such power over somebody, it can be intoxicating. Oh my, what if Madeline got into the victim's mind before killing Dinah? After all, serial killers want to own their victims. I agree. For now we don't know if Madeline is a puppeteer, but she did keep this huge secret from us. Let's go find out why. Okay. Let's go talk to her. Mrs. DeVille, you failed to mention earlier that you were our victim's therapist. Do you know that withholding information on a murder investigation is a felony? I just want to say the background is loading again. Okay, it loaded. I wasn't withholding anything. Nobody asked. Well, it's true, we didn't ask. It's quite a coincidence. You're the specialist on the puppeteer, and you somehow happen to have one of the victims as your patient. It must have been quite a power trip. I got lucky. I'm not surprised the puppeteer chose to kill Dinah, a single mother who controlled her child much too much while she was such a free spirit. A beautiful contradiction. Each time you talk about the puppeteer, it's always with affection, almost as if you were talking about yourself. Don't try your mind tricks on me, Dr. Crane. The puppeteer has a fascinating mind. I thought you'd be an admirer too. I am indeed a great admirer. In fact, I'd love to take you out on a date. We could get candy apples and you could tell me more about the puppeteer. Why, Dr. Crane, Yes, I would love that. You see, the puppeteer has such a beautiful mind. Did you really mean it? Haha, that was a great idea of yours, Katarina. To trick Madeline into revealing a vital piece of information. It seems our mind tricks do work on her after all. Yeah, You're not going to fool me at all. Katarina, I feel we are running out of time. I believe the puppeteer decided to kill during the carnival for a particular reason. Carnival Day is known as Mardi Gras. Fat Tuesday. It is a day of excess before the penitential season of Lent. It's classic serial killer psychology. That means that the puppeteer is most probably not going to kill again for at least another year. This is our last chance to catch this serial killer. You're right. Whether Jan is the killer or not, we know the puppeteer was at his home. Let's go back to his house and end this madness now. Okay. Let me see something. Only 2. Wow. That time we already have gotten 3 pieces of Killer's profile. I thought I said African mask, but it said African necklace. I just hurried up. Oh, you planted the murder weapon. First the shoe, now the saw. Oh, please load. Okay. So, Katrina, what did your expert eye pick up on? A box full of Janss's travel souvenirs? Well, he's a strong suspect in this case, so we better look through it. And that bloody saw? The blood alone warrants a check, but you're saying Roxy mentioned the killer used a saw? That means that you just found a murder weapon in Janss's basement. Let's scan it for clues before talking to the rest of the team about this. Alright, I agree. Oh, come on, load. Alright. Don't mess me up now, internet. As I do the clues. Paper chain. So, Katarina, where did you find that souvenir box? A paper chain with portraits glued on? Oh, you're right. What are those faces? It's a picture of a teenage Jan. Oh. And is that a young Freddy too? Those are all the kids. And look, there's also Louis Cooper. And that girl whose parents were killed by the puppeteer. Wow, do you realize all these people are orphans left behind by the puppeteer? Yeah. Seems like the puppeteer wants to bring all these children together. A special bond between them. Do you think that's why they kill? Good idea. Since the puppeteer made this, we should send the paper chain to the lab. Oh, I have a feeling this will unlock another piece of the puzzle. We're almost there. Oh, now I think I might have spoiled a little bit because I already knew that puppeteer is obsessed with the kids and that he kills when he kills their parents when they get into a fight with them. I guess it was too early to say it. Excellent work, Katrina. We should send these paper pieces you collected off the murder weapon over to the lab. You know, Katrina, I thought my brilliant theories are what helped catch a killer, but I see now it's thanks to your amazing forensic skills. The puppeteer doesn't stand a chance. He doesn't stand a chance at all. What's with this paper chain? Hey, Katrina, it's not easy taking over Janss's work, but I checked out the paper chain you found, and there's Dinosaur's blood on it. So this proves the paper chain was made by the puppeteer. That's fascinating. But you found it in Jan's house, so it's not looking good for him. Katarina is right, Russell. The puppeteer could be trying to frame Jan, but to prove that, you'll need all the evidence you can get. I found another sausage on the paper chain. A mixture of corn flour, sorbet cream, and food coloring. In other words, face paint. Oh, face paint? That's annoying. It's Carnival Day. Every one of our suspects is wearing face paint. If you'd let me finish, the killer isn't just wearing any kind of face paint. They are wearing blue face paint. Yes, we're so close to catching the killer. This chase is turning out to be even more exciting than psychoanalysis, Katarina. Yes. Hold up a second, Katarina. I had a feeling we've been overlooking something about our killer's profile. Let's have a recap about the puppeteer, shall we? Alright. We know they kill parents who have teenage children and always during the carnival. But this doesn't help with their profile. Oh, Katarina, you're a genius. Of course, we know Jan's parents were killed when he was 14. He's now 45. So regardless of whether he's a puppeteer or not, we know that the killer is at least 45 years old. Yes, we've got them now. Well, good deduction. Well, it was me who did the deduction. I was wondering when... I knew that the profile with an age range is supposed to be here, but I didn't know when it was going to appear. I thought it was already in chapter 2, but not. It's right now. This better be the last lab you make me do, Katarina. I'll need a week off to get back on my feet. I checked out the pieces of paper you collected from the murder weapon, and they turned out to be pieces of colored tissue paper. There were tiny traces of glue as well, meaning the tissue came off of something that was once strung together. From there, considering today's date, it didn't take me long to realize what those pieces had come from. A carnival necklace. Oh, so our killer is wearing a carnival necklace. Ha! Their festivities will soon come to an end once you put them behind bars, Katarina. I don't know if you can see my face at all because it's getting a bit dark. I thought I didn't need a light because you could see my face clearly before I pressed record. Katarina, that's it. We got everything we need for you to arrest the puppeteer. After all these decades of terror, you'll be the one who ends it. Yeah, I'm just arresting another serial killer. Okay, let's go. Freddy is the puppeteer. So you say that your parents were the first victims, but that's because you're the killer. Freddy Alonso, you're under arrest for the murder of Dinah Cooper. Look, the carnival has already suffered a setback with Dinah's death. I really can't deal with your vile accusations right now. Well, maybe we have the wrong guy then, don't we, Commissioner Katarina? I mean, you can't always be right, I guess. No, I'm right, he is! All we know is the puppeteer is a selfish, cold-hearted killer. They think they are liberating children from their parents, when really they are destroying the children's lives. Wait, you don't know that. Look at me. I was one of the children left behind, and I'm doing fine. And so is Louis. Why do you think he's doing well? Your parents were the first to die. Were they too controlling? Is that it, Freddy? Is that why you killed them? I've told you, I'm not the puppeteer. But you fit the profile. The puppeteer is some weak, middle-aged man now who still thinks he's a child. It's kind of pathetic, really, having to kill just to feel good about yourself. That's not why I kill. My parents never let me do anything. Kids are meant to be free, but it felt like prison. So I decided to show my parents what it was like to be controlled. They didn't like it much, but I never felt so alive. I felt sorry for the other kids. I wanted them to be free too. I wanted to share the joy. You just didn't want to be all alone. You wanted some human connection, but you never found it, so you kept killing. But fact is, you'll always be lonely because of who you are. What have you ever done with your life? I will be remembered forever in Jazztown. I was a boy who dared to dream and make his own life as he pleased. Gee, you're more likely to be remembered as a balding creep who killed innocent citizens. A bad dream. Ah, good commission, Katrina. I see you got the handcuffs ready for the arrest. I always had them ready to arrest. We are here for the trial of Freddie Alonso, aka the Pupeteer, for the murder of Diana Cooper, among numerous other murders that have taken place in Jazztown for the past 3 decades. You know, we've been trying to catch you for years. I was starting to think that the Puppeteer was actually a puppet himself, some toy that came alive at night and killed people, but turned back into a doll by day. You really have a wild imagination, Judge. Maybe I've been watching too many horror films lately. Despite your funny makeup, what you have done is horrendous, unfathomable, killing parents to set their children free. Parents don't know anything besides how to live boring, restrictive lives. The only pleasure they get is from manipulating and controlling their children. I don't know what your parents were like, Freddy, and I doubt they deserve to die. My parents certainly didn't deserve such a grim fate. It scarred me for life. Ah, Jan, my friend, I remember seeing you fight with your parents during the carnival, and you looked so unhappy. So I followed them and strung them up like the lifeless puppets they were. Every teenager quarrels with their parents, Freddy, but it doesn't mean I didn't love them. You ruined my life. You took away such a huge part of me that I will never get back. I freed you. Only you were too scared to do anything with such a gift. Freddie Alonso, you're not the liberator but the destroyer. A man who will go to great lengths to justify their sickening behavior. And for that, I sentence you to life in prison. You fools, you cannot lock me away. I'm a legend, an ideal that all children should strive towards. I am freedom! Jeez. Phew, what a case, Katrina. And to think you arrested a serial killer the police have spent 3 decades trying to catch. You should be proud of yourself. I am. The Puppeteer was maybe my biggest challenge yet. But I don't know why. Every time I finally come face to face with serial killers, they always turn out to be so very disappointing. I find it scary how the people you least suspect turn out to be the worst kind of monsters. I don't blame you for suspecting me, Katrina. I'm just thankful you finally caught him. And even though my parents aren't here today, they would have been really proud of you, Katrina. And I feel proud to be able to work alongside someone as talented and honorable as you. Thank you, thank you. Come on, let's go enjoy the rest of the carnival. I promised my kids some candy apples. It's a family tradition. Alright. We arrested the Puppeteer. Alright, we're gonna stop here, we're gonna continue playing in additional investigation. So, thank you for watching, don't forget to leave a like to this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!